Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing coming to you with another tutorial. We are going to be making, I'm all buried here. Let me talk about supplies first. I've got my eyelet setter and eyelets, my white glue. You won't need Fabri-Tac if you're following along. The white glue should do just fine. I've got a circle punch to do my little divots, and these are some of the quotes I was talking about, the and with an E quotes that I got off of Etsy. So I will be using those, my ink and my cutter right here. We're going to put it over there. Scissors, ruler, pencil if we should need it. I've got two sets here, but we'll have to see how it goes today. So we're going to focus on the blue one, and if we have time, we will do the other one as well. So this is what we're making. So I just made this up out of my silly little head. It is a belly band writing space. So when it's sewed into the journal, it'll be glued here and here. And it will have a room, because this gets glued onto the page. And so it will also be able to put large cards behind here, but it also will flip open as a writing space. So the only really important thing is you can't have this extend past your fold, because otherwise you won't be able to open that, okay? So that's just my one tip for you. So that's what we're going to be making. We've got these cute little cards. These are the mini altered book pages from Angela Kerr's and with an E kit. And so there's one of those in each of the pockets. And then we've got, there's a bunch of circle images, plus I just took some of the smaller ephemera and just cut circles out because of the ones that I liked. So we're going to be doing the blue one and then again the purple one. I really like this purple paper. I just am not a big fan of the paper I chose to put on the back, but no big deal. But before I get on with that, I really struggle to use just one kit when I'm creating a journal. So I did go on the hunt for more and with an E kits. And so I like this one too, because we're going to bring in some other colors. This is a full journal page. I printed it 2 to a page so I can get some smaller elements. Isn't that sweet? Smaller elements for pockets and stuff. And I loved this one. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? So each of these I also have, I like that one so much I did 2. And then we've got that one as well. Isn't that just a beautiful image? So I thought it would be a good addition to our ephemera for this kit. And look at that sweet girl. So pretty. And I just love that we're going to be able to bring in some other colors. It might be a little bit weird because because the colors in Angela's kit are this like light lilac, light green, light blue, various shades of blue, but we're going to play around and see what we can come up with. This is from another seller. I wanted more background papers in a little bit of a different theme. Oh, these are the large. These are freebies from Angela Kerr Designs. You have to be in her Facebook group to get them, but I'll try to remember to link that group in the video description box so you can check it out. But these are from another seller. I think I've got the larger journal. Nope, the other journal pages are over there. But look at these. I like the earthy green colors that are represented here, and I liked these cups. And so I thought we would use it. I love this. It looks really viney. I thought that was really pretty. Sorry, too close to the camera. So I printed the ones I really liked. I printed a couple pages just to have them. So, and look at that one. Those little Gerber daisies. So that is it for show and tell. I'm just going to set those over there. And we're going to get going. So, where's my prototype? I think I already put it in the drawer. Hold on, let me find my template. Goodness gracious, I did. Before I even did the video, I put this away. But this is our template. So your belly band full width without it folded is going to be 6 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall. Now if your journal is smaller, all of your measurements will be smaller. So this is all based on a journal page that is 8 1/4 inches high. And then I like my belly bands to be about 3 inches wide. So when this is folded, it's 3 inches. Okay. So And then I made a note to make sure that you glue the pockets on the other side on the fold. So right here. And so these pieces measure 2.5 by 7 inches, and then they're folded. I believe I folded at, my apologies guys, I folded at 3.25 inches. So on this, and we scored it, but you'll see that as we work on this one together. And then you can do whatever you want with this. I didn't want to put a divot on the top because this is just going to be, there's not going to be anything underneath it, right? Per se. You could do it decoratively, but I put an eyelet, as you can see, I put an eyelet on those ones, which I think was enough. And then I liked the rounded corner. You definitely don't have to do that. You can do what you like. So we're going to leave that there because we are going to need it. I'm going to put my template, my prototype over here. Oh my goodness. It's Friday night, March the 21st. And we are raring to go here. I'm feeling almost 100% better. These are the bits that are going to go in the pockets as well as the circles, which we will get to. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our paper. This, I think, I'm debating. I think I want this to be the base, this to be the belly band, but see how they're coordinating, but just different colors. So I thought that would be fun. So we're going to put this in my trimmer here, and I do need to open it up because we need to cut this down to 6 inches. It should already be 8.25, right? Oh, it's 8 1/8. Why is that? That's okay. We'll just have to adjust. I always forget because I have to trim off the white when I print on this print. My printer doesn't print full page, doesn't print borderless. So here we go. So we're on the 6 inch mark. We're going to go ahead and cut that. Okay, we've got an extra piece of paper. We're going to slide this over and we're going to score it at 3 inches. Go. Alrighty. Beautimous already. So what's going to happen, because I think this is not as tall, and this is another thing I always forget, is that when I do my template, it's always on just solid white paper. So obviously it's the regular size. It's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So that's where I get all discombobulated. So you can see what the difference is here. It's just 1/8 of an inch. So it's not going to affect our pockets. So that is that. So we're just going to set this aside. I'm going to grab a bone folder here and just burnish that really well. I'm already feeling claustrophobic here. It has been a long week. It has rained here in Washington State all week long. I come home every day. My feet are wet. My socks are wet from being outside at recess. It's like, I'm so done with the rain. So done with the rain. Okay, so that is our belly band. So I'm going to set that aside and we're going to work on our pockets. So these are 7.5. So we should be able to do it this direction. Well, let's see. What do we want to do? Ooh, I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that going the other direction. So I am going to cut off. Do I want to cut that off? Maybe not. Maybe not. So you just want to make sure that whichever side you're going to cut is the right. You're going to get your, so that's 8.25. So that should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and cut this into 3 pieces. But I'm thinking I don't really want this grungy edge as much as I love it. I feel like it's a weird thing because it's not the full, it's not the full paper. So it looks kind of strange when that edge is really dark, even though I love it. There we go. So we're going to cut the first one at 2.5. And these measurements were achieved by the height of my belly band. Okay, so this is all the bigger I could make my pockets in this scenario. So there we go. Okay, there's our 3 pieces. Okay, so next, oh, we need that still, goodness gracious. So what we're going to do now is we're going to score each of these at 3 1/4 inches. So I'm going to do them one at a time, just so that I don't get anything messed up. So 3 1/4. Oh, I think I do end up having to cut some off the top now that I'm thinking about it. See how tall that is? I forgot. So that's not an accurate, oh, wait a minute. Did I cut these? No, that's why. Because we didn't cut them. So we will cut them afterwards. I don't want to confuse you. So let's score all of them and then we can cut them. So I think this one will have to go this way with that a different top on it, a different edge. I should have cut these down to 7 1/2. I'm sorry, guys. Kind of mess you up there. Don't mean to do that. So spring break is right around the corner. I'm so ready for spring break. I have big plans. I've got to get the boho journal done. And then in my last video, I shared with you that I am going to give away the Beginner Journal Series journal. I've decided that it's not the reason why I chose it was I was going to make it for Emily, and I feel like I'm not making it the way that I would want to make it to work in it. So I'm going to go ahead and not do that. I'm going to give it away. I'm just looking to see if it would hurt to have that be taller. Although I've already cut my ephemera, so I better not do that. So now we have to figure this out. I'm just going to put this up here, guys. I think if I remember right, this part was 3 1/4 and this is 4 1/4. In fact, let's just check it for kicks and giggles. Yes, 4 1/4. So we will go ahead and just cut that at 4 1/4. Okay. I'm hoping this is making a modicum of sense. There we go. I think I'm going to cut these ones at the same time just because I want to live on the wild side, you know, because I'm feeling better. I did have to I got a little mark on my arm. I went and got my blood drawn today. So I had a checkup with my doctor, and I asked, she wasn't going to do any blood work, even though it's been 1.5 years since I've had any done. And I'm like, I think we need to do blood work. I have a notorious for having really low vitamin D. And so we've never successfully gotten it to rise up, no matter how much vitamin D I take. So there we go. We've got 3 pockets. And I think I'm going to go ahead and follow along with this and go ahead and round those corners, and we're going to do our divots. So to do the divots, I want to go ahead and sandwich these all together so that we get the divot in the same place. Exactly in the same place. I've got my little corner, or my little circle punch here. And I'm going to go ahead and just estimate. There's not a whole lot left over here in terms of the edges, so I'm going to just do that. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to ink this up. I'm probably going to ink these up as well, just to have them done, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to take a break from the inking momentarily because I had an afterthought here. So in my case, I didn't keep these longer because I'd already pre-cut my ephemera, but you could totally have left them longer. You would just want to make sure that when you're putting this up and measuring this, right now this is 4 1/4 inches wide. So my journal pages are generally 5 1/4. So I wouldn't want to go any wider with this part than that, because I wouldn't want it, well, it could hang over a little bit. Actually, that would be kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that with another one. I don't know. We'll see. So I didn't ink those yet. I'll come back to it. Let's just get to the glue in here. So with these, you do want to make as small of a glue line as you possibly can. So I'm going to put glue from here to here and here to here. Okay. on each of these three. Okay, there we go. I forgot to ink up the belly band. That's going to be important. So I think I'll round these corners as well. I kind of regretted not doing that on this one because you've got these round soft corners but these hard corners, and I did decide not to round this bit. Okay, so I think we'll do the same. So I'm using the 7mm size. I'm going to see if I can go through both layers here. Yeah, just the outside. I'm going to ink this up really quick. I do want to go ahead and ink the inside. I mean, if you're inking, I would suggest you ink the inside as well because it looks kind of cool. I don't generally ink the fold on the inside, but that's completely up to you. So I'll just finish this and then we'll be ready to move on. This is another very, very easy project, like really, really easy. And there's so many variations if you just kind of try to think outside of the box. Even as I was doing this, I was like, oh man, I should have tried that. I should have tried that. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to give that another burnish because it's not laying down. I did find it laid down fine, and I don't need to like have a belly band around it or anything. So as I typically do like to have a belly band to hold things down. So the next thing I'm going to do is, this is 3 inches wide. So I'm going to make a line on the back of these so that I know, oh, that did not glue. What? Let me just fix that. I'm going to make a line so I know where to end my glue on the back side for gluing it on here. Hopefully that's making sense. So I'm going to go 3 inches in, right? Yes, 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. Just making a mark approximately there and there, there and there, there. Whoops. It's an estimation. It's an estimate. It's not 3 inches. Goodness gracious, Cara-Renee. Should have just done it right. 3. Holy moly. Guacamole. Holy guacamole. I do not like guacamole. Do you like guacamole? I do not like, oh, that was terrible. I do not like avocado at all. So I just did something completely weird there. Do not do what I do. Even though I'm feeling better, I feel still a little scattered. But I also, you know, I'm working on the beginner journal series, and I've been talking about my Emily, and I think that stirred some things in me that I'm processing, which is not a negative thing at all. She deserves all my thoughts and all my love, and so I don't mind that. But I think that's got me kind of in a weird space with my brain. So as well as just having been sick I've been sick off and on, mostly on, for the last 5 weeks. So I'm hoping that we're getting past that. I'm just going to set these ones aside, and then I like to put the top one and the bottom one on first. And so we've got, remember, this is a little shorter than my other one, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher on the top of the belly band than I did on my sample, like that. Okay, beautimous. I love this green peeking out. It's going to be epic. So I'm just putting glue, in case I didn't mention it, from those pencil lines, and then just filling in all of the rest of it. So, whoops. Don't get glue on the front, Cara-Renee. We don't want that. Okay. Already in my pajamas, and it's 7 o'clock. 7. Oh, I guess it's almost 8 now. By the time I got in here and really got going, it was later than I had planned. But my husband's working on his custom desk, so we're going to drive to Longview, which isn't a terribly long drive, but he asked me if I'd like to ride along, and I said absolutely. Time with my husband is wonderful, so we're going to do that in the morning, bright and early. So looking forward to that. Sometimes you have to realign your priorities. Sometimes I get so focused on being here in the studio and creating and doing videos and all of that that I forget to capture those moments with my husband and my family. So, okay, so I'm estimating the distance between this one and this one and this one and this one. So that looks pretty darn good. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Love it. And I don't think I think I'll probably print these again and put a different paper on the back because I don't care for that. That'll be fine in the journal, but not for this project. So I think I think we're going to just do this one, and then I'll do a third one off camera, and I'll extend those pockets so you guys can see what that would look like, because if I extend them, and this could also be extended, then you could have your eyelets hanging out the side of the page, which is really, really cool. So I think I might do that. Okay, so there we go. So there's our belly band, opens up like that, and you've got this pretty bit here. So before we do our cards, I think I'm going to go at, oh, I should have punched those holes before I glued those on. That's okay. We're going to just aim for the center, okay? No worries whatsoever. You know, things happen. I don't worry about it. I don't worry about such things. Perfection is not at play in the studio. So, perfection is a robber in disguise. I think, anyway. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set these eyelets. I'll have to put seam binding on these later. I can't find my white seam binding. I think it's in one of the project baskets, so I need to find that because I don't have a blue in my seam binding that goes with this color. So I guess I could use like a tea stain color. Let me just poke in here and see if like this would work. That would work. That would work. This is nude. Don't go out in the nude. I'm not even on medicine, you guys. Come on. So this one, I just have one image and then two of the journal page, two of the altered book pages. So I want to round all the corners on these with the 7mm. So is 7mm too big? I wonder if we should do, I think I'll do 4 because these are so small. So I'm going to do this and then ink these up and then we'll be ready to move on. So just a little bit more information. So if I do start selling my work, everything I make I will sell other than if it's for a giveaway. So I am really feeling like I need to do that to contribute to the household, as well as I mentioned in my other video, our internet is doubling, and so that will allow me to claim it as a deduction and also help contribute to that cost. So because it's a business expense. So I'm going to get working. Hopefully while the school year is still going, I'm going to start doing my research on how to get my business license and how to try to reach out and talk to an accountant to see if they can help guide me. My daughter and her friend just opened a cleaning business, so I'm hoping that they'll be able to help a little bit with some of that stuff as well. So, so I decided, since I only have one solid image, I thought we'd put her in the middle. Okay, it's risky to do this. I'll probably take her back out. Let me get my metal ruler. Sometimes I like to do this because you can kind of open up the landscape of your pocket by just getting a ruler in there. You just have to be careful because you can actually tear that side open. And then there you go. So that's perfect. And her little head is up there. I like it. And let's do the same here. That white glue just spreads an awful lot. Like, that's a huge glue line there. Okay, there we go. And I like those, just those words peeking up. I think that's really pretty. These could go up a little bit higher just to not have so much bare space there. So I'm using a new paper. I think I've mentioned it's a 67-pound Nina. It's like a, can't remember what it's called, but it's got a very different feel to it, and it doesn't feel like 67-pound paper. But so I can't figure out what the deal is. But so that is that. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put on our picture. So let's see what we have. I think I've got 2 houses and the girl. So we'll do the same. We'll put the girl in the middle, and I think I'd like to put some lace on here. What did I do with that blue lace that I thought about using before? Let me see if it'll match up. I think it's just right here behind me. Oh yeah, look at that. Except we've got that thumb notch. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have done that. Darn it, that's not gonna work. We could go the other direction. Would that be weird if we went like this? It actually would be kind of cool. I just don't like how this is a straight edge and the other one's not. But what if we went over here? We could do that. Let's do that. I really think this lace would be perfect. I didn't like it in the other project, but I like it here. So I'm going to grab a paper towel because, again, I'm going to get some glue oozing, and it just allows you to get your glue stuck down without getting yourself all sticky. So I'm going to, I like to just put this kind of up here so I know where my glue line is. So I know I need to go from here over. Okay, I'm just going to go down first. Might get out of frame here a little bit. There we go. I already forgot where the glue line was. Get it all the way on these ends too, because we want to make sure that it gets stuck in those spaces as well. And then we can trim it off if we need to here. This is really pretty. Oh, maybe not quite to the edge. Look at that. Yeah, let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. And I'm also thinking about starting to do some card making, because cards can really sell well, like if you do a bazaar or something. And I make beautiful cards, I do not mind saying so. I just don't take the time to do them anymore because I'm so busy with journal making that I just don't. And I'd love to sell my watercolor. I could sell watercolor cards. So I'm going to the beach with my sister, so I'm taking my watercolor stuff, and I'm gonna be focusing on doing my own drawing and doing maybe some ink and water. It's oh, I lost the words. It's basically ink and watercolor. So you do kind of a black ink line, and then you oh, that's so pretty, and then you do your watercolor over the top. That does not make any sense. So I would draw my drawing, and I would outline it all in black, all the details, all the shading with a permanent pen, and then go in and watercolor it. It's really, it's a safe way to do watercolor when you're unsure, because you, there's just a lot, there's more freedom to it. So, okay, so let's put this one down here. So I'm debating. I think I want to go here. So I'm aiming for the center-ish. Okay, like that. And let's put little Anne in the middle. So anyway, my goal is to focus a little bit more on my own drawing while I'm on my trip. I love to do watercolor when I'm on vacation. When we go to the lake, when we go to the beach, and then we're going to Yellowstone this summer. I've never been. Lived in the Pacific Northwest, my entire life, and I've never seen any of our national stuff. I mean, most of our national stuff. Like I've never been to Yellowstone, the Redwood Forest, or Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls? Is that what I'm thinking of? Oh, I don't know, because I've never been. So we're going to Yellowstone this year for our family vacation with our daughters and their families. And we tried to go a few years ago, but they had a big natural disaster there, and so we couldn't go. Look at that. I love that lace. We're going to add that to the project basket and continue to use that. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the seam binding on off camera, and so that we can maybe put some words on here. So, and when you're doing this, you want to be thinking about the directions. So when I was doing my prototype, I almost put these the wrong direction. Like I was looking at it like this, and that wouldn't work. So just be mindful of that. So let me find a few of these and we'll do them together. I do need them to be pretty small though. So these are still big. Twilight drops her curtain down and pins it with a star. Oh, I love that. We can make this a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do that. Risky, risky. Can we cut a straight line? Yes, we can. I'm going to use the 4mm. Let me just cut these down and then we'll get them glued on. I love this one. It's a perfect day for a tragical romance. I'm going to have to put that one on this picture, that section there. So adorable. So adorable. Okay. So again, punching or rounding with the 4mm, kind of smallish. I've got so much work to do on journals, you guys. I literally have not finished a journal since my spring, I believe the spring journal last year. That's crazy for me to think about. Like, wow. I've got so many journals to finish, but then I'll be able to sell them. So that'll be fun. I also have opportunities to do bazaars for a school up north, but I don't really have anything new to put in it. I sold my mixed media there a while ago, a couple years ago, and did pretty well, but I haven't done it for a while. I think we'll put these off to this edge here. So I'm going to use my Faber-Tac. This one says, what did it say? It's a perfect day for a tragical romance. So funny. Anne with an E. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Love it. I'm not sure that I like it being off the edge there. Let's move that over. Yeah. I'm a symmetrical girl. I can't help it. Tomorrow is always fresh with no mistakes in it. Oh, I love that. Don't you love new days that are just a clean slate? Nobody's written on it. Nobody has made any decisions. You know, no words have been spoken. Nothing has happened. Twilight drops her curtain down and pins it with a star. Oh my goodness. So cool. I think I forgot to link these in the last video. I do apologize. I will try to remember to do that. This one. So this one, if I put it up too high, it's going to have to infringe on the house because I need them to be the same. Ha! I am a samey girl, symmetrical girl. Okay, so I'll put the seam binding on off camera, but I'll do one more off camera, and I think I will extend those out so that you can see what that would look like. And again, this gets glued here and here onto your journal page. Probably make some large cards here for the photos as well. But I think that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.